So what's the state of things with Verse? And I guess what you're outlining is if, and hopefully it is successful, this would be a big part of Unreal Engine 6. So what's the timeline? Where do we stand today?
Well, there's a lot going on in parallel. The key thing with Verse is that we have been specifying what we think is the ultimate version of the language with all of the features we want, whereas we've been shipping uh, more more modest versions of the language over time, and we've released dozens of updates to it over the past year and a half. Um, and the idea is that the shipping version it gains more and more features over time, but each maintaining backwards compatibility with old versions and each continuing to improve and approach the ultimate version of it as we go. And we've been doing this experiment entirely within the world of Unreal Editor for Fortnite for now. We want to test this and iterate with Fortnite creators in just the metaverse usage case before we make it available to all of our partners using Unreal Engine for all of their projects. And the idea is to iteratively improve it and build it out. Because right now, UEFN has relatively few features for programming. It needs a lot more, and everything we add makes the world a much better place for Fortnite creators. And we're adding major new APIs every few months throughout the course of this year. Whereas Unreal Engine licensees who are building standalone games already have access to the full engine through C++. They have massive expectations of an API, and so we can't release this to them until we've built up all of the essential features that they'll need for building their gameplay in the future. And so, we have these two different tendrils of progress. There's Unreal Engine 5 for game developers, and there's Unreal Engine 5 targeting the Fortnite community. And there's different bits of development that are only in one area of it that aren't applied to both. Like, not all of the Unreal Engine 5 features are actually available in Fortnite because some of them we haven't figured out or haven't gotten to the point where we can deploy them to all 7 platforms in a platform independent way. And so the place where all of these different threads of development come together is Unreal Engine 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a few years away. We don't have an exact time frame, but uh, we could be seeing preview versions of it perhaps 2 to 3 years from now, and we're making continuous progress towards it.
So that's really nice. So there's this ultimate version of a language that you're constantly working on and thinking through. Then there's the shipped version of the language that's used by a large number of people, but still in the constrained environment of the Unreal editor for Fortnite. So for the Fortnite game. And then there awaits the more general Unreal editor, Unreal Engine for the lessons learned in the Fortnite context to be integrated in the more general context of creating simulated worlds for all kinds of games, including Fortnite. It's a really nice setup because you're both. It's a testing ground of the language in Fortnite, and you're keeping an eye on what the ultimate thing will look like. Also necessary to deliver all the features that we mentioned. Brilliant.
The aim for UE6 is to bring the best of both worlds together. A much easier gameplay programming for the Fortnite community and for licensees, more scalability to large-scale simulations of all sorts, greater ease of use, meaning it will be easier to hire programmers who are familiar with and experienced with the thing, but also ensure that every game developer has the full deployment capabilities so that it can build a game once and then ship it anywhere. Like, the ultimate version of this enables a game developer to build a game of any sort, either or simultaneously both ship it into Fortnite as a Fortnite island that players can go into, bring their Fortnite items and cosmetics and interoperate properly, or ship as a standalone game, or both. And if they ship as a standalone game, they shouldn't be missing out on the open economy either, because in this time frame we'll have opened up the Fortnite item economy to third-party developers of all sort, hopefully through a standards body, but there might be multiple phases of it, so that if you choose to ship a standalone game, you can still choose to have Fortnite items work in your game, and have your game items work in Fortnite, and have your item economy integrated with the overall metaverse economy, and solve the really core problem of the game industry that Matthew Ball has been documenting over the past few years.
Yeah, by the way, Matthew Ball has been really helpful. He wrote a really great book that I recommend people check out. There's an updated version.